Welcome to another film breakdown. Today, it's Anthony Belton. Now, hands up. I don't have any Anthony Belton film that won't get immediately taken down or give me a strike. So I'm just going to talk about what I see with Anthony Belton. I'm probably going to have to do this with him and Ariante Irsuri at least. There may be more, but those are the only two for now that I know that I don't have the film for. Um, so I just want to discuss what I see from Anthony Belton. First of all, dude's huge. He's 6'6", 335. He's a mammoth. I think he could play interior as well as tackle. So I think we're seeing right now, this is a bad example because this guy sucks. Evan Neal is going to go from right tackle to the interior, and I think that'll serve him well. I think if Anthony Belton has the same issues at tackle, he could easily be put onto the interior and succeed. Think of a Mekhi Becton is a better example in my opinion. Mekhi Becton, he started at I can't remember if he started at right or left tackle, but has shown his struggles after injuries and sickness, and then he moved to the interior and he's a monster again. So I think Anthony Belton could experience the same career trajectory if if the worst case scenario happens. Best case scenario happens, he's a freak at the tackle position in the NFL just like he is at NC State. Anthony Belton at the combine had 33 and 7/8 inch arms with 10 1/4 inch hands. He's got big hands. Mm. And he ran a 5.26 40, so he's not moving that fast. 29.5 inch vertical, 8 1/11 inch broad jump, and three cone drill in 7.77 seconds. The NFL, this is all courtesy of NFL.com prospects, because I just want the actual score. And the next gen stats, his production score at the 2025 combine ranked 10th among all offensive tackles. His athleticism score ranked 17th among all offensive tackles. So, like I said, he's not really wowing us with the athleticism. And his total rank for everything, according to Next Gen Stats, at the NFL Combine was 11th. Now, what do I say in like every video? It's don't take the combine too seriously. I wish he would have bench pressed. That's like one of the one things. Like, why would you run the 40 and not bench press? To me, it's weird. But whatever. He played in 12 games with 11 starts at left tackle in 2024. He just didn't play in the bowl game. So he was healthy for all of them, and he was actually healthy for his entire career. He played in 13 games in 2022 and 13 games in 2023, a year in which he was third team All ACC. First thing that jumps out on the tape to me is how good Anthony Belton is at getting his hands under the pads of the defensive end, the edge rusher, whatever, and then handling counter moves. As those edge rushers are trying to deconstruct blocks within the phone booth, he's very good at using the defender's momentum against them and eventually just getting them completely off balance, knocking them off their rush, and then he can move into the second level. Anthony Belton's foot speed is also a big reason why he's able to counter these counter moves. He has great change of direction at the line of scrimmage. If he's blocking on the outside here and then he gets shifted inside, he has no problem with readjusting his momentum. Additionally, while he doesn't have that crazy straight line speed, I don't think he can be a lead blocker per se, but I do think he can climb to the second level and do some damage against linebackers. Belton has a devastating initial punch. That initial punch almost always knocks rushers off their rush and will completely take them out of the play because if they lose any bit of momentum, they're not winning a rep against the stronger Anthony Belton. Defenders also have a bit of an issue trying to re-engage at the point of attack with Belton due to his measurables. He's got really long arms. So he can just kind of keep with those heavy hands and the long arms, he can kind of just keep defenders at bay without really engaging with them here. and they have trouble, deconstructing. They have trouble getting around swim moves, all that. So he once he gets you out here and strong arms you, there's really no hope. Belton also has one of the stronger anchors. I After going through the games, there were a few times where he got knocked back like one or two steps back, but after that, he's very solid at planting his feet into the dirt and just using his momentum into the defender. Belton's also a great helper. He can get in there and throw in the occasional down block on a defensive tackle, freeing up his guard to climb into the second level on those gap runs. He's great in yeah, I don't want to say chip blocks, but just pulling and helping teammates when needed, um, and getting out into space and finding more work. He loves finding work. His biggest downfall is the foot speed, right? Like I said, I don't think he can be a lead blocker. I don't think he's gonna consistently climb to the second level and be that first offensive lineman there. The thing is, though, he finishes assignments in the first level so easily that he is often freed up to go to the second level. In the NFL, I don't know that his matchups will be one with that level of ease. He also you could tell he knows how devastating his initial punch is, and that's how he wants to win, which is a great thing. But he's a little overeager, and he punches early sometimes, causing his placement to be a little bit off, and that's how defenders win their reps against him. Is really he doesn't get beat; he beats himself. So I think he's a really good pass protector. Uh, I don't know that he is an elite run blocker. I think he could get there. I think he could be elite inside. I really like Anthony Belton to be a guard, but we'll see. I think he will be a guard. I think that's where he'll end up playing, but we shall see. And again, this is going to be a short video. I'm sorry. I don't have any film that I can show on him. Just know I watched the film and I enjoyed it. He's a fun player. He's a mauler. That's the one word I would use to describe him as a mauler. Um, so, final thoughts. I would kick Anthony Belton to the inside. Um, Probably left guard because he plays left tackle. I think going interior and then also switching sides would be a bit too much right out the gate. He could probably do it, but I'd put him at left guard and see where he goes from there. Um, I'll go with Makai Becton for the player comp because I think it's a similar career trajectory if he does play guard, and I like him a lot on the inside. I think he could be a swing tackle on the outside as as a tackle, but I think he could start as a guard pretty early on in his career. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any thoughts about Anthony Belton, please let me know. Do you think he's better than I think, or do you think he's completely unplayable? Let me know. And I love you very much. Accomplish your dreams, and I will see you next time.